Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm here to share with you 2017 December dailies. So we're having lots of fun sharing all of my past December dailies this week, and we are finally into using Allie Edwards albums, and this particular year is by far my thickest year. I added a lot of things like flare and chipboard and stuff, so it's a very thick album. It does just fit, but it's very thick. So I got the fun red album with all the words, really pretty, and opens up as just a white album there, but very, very pretty. We've got my opening page, which I'm pretty sure was inspired by stuff I saw online. Like I saw someone else create a 2x2 opening and I wanted to do one too, so I went ahead and did that. This particular year we have my youngest, so my Nora was a baby. This is her first Christmas, and then my oldest here, he would be turning 4 in this photo, I think. Yeah, he's 3 turning 4 in January. And then myself and Sean. So I've got a photo of each of us. I have a few little things. So foxes really coordinate with Jackson. So I got a fox on there for Jackson and a little bird on there for Nora, which I love there. And then Hello Winter, and just really fun opening page there. I really loved how that turned out. You're gonna see I attempted to cover the back of them and have a reason why that I never wrote out, but the thought was there, and I did cover up the back, which is big improvements from years past, right? So I'm getting there, and I really did love this idea. I just never actually got there, so that's okay. I'll eventually go back and fill something quickly in, maybe a quote or something like I had done back in 2015. I did kind of a little poem to represent my reason why, and I might go back and do something like that for 2017 as well. The other thing I started with 2017 was jumping right in to the stories, and instead of having a few filler pages in between, nope, I wasn't doing that. I wanted to get right down to business, and so I went ahead and did that. I included our hashtag that I was better at using this a few years back, and now I kind of forget to use it, but it's just a family's last name, and then at the time it was SCJN because there's only the 4 of us. Now I include the B and the year that we're in, and that's how I have all our family photos in one kind of area. But I just thought that was fun to include. That was something that was very prevalent for 2017. Our little family photo that we got taken, so cute because they're so little. They're so little in that photo. So really, really love that. And then I just added a few sequins on top of this Project Life card and this fun little snowflake I think I painted with some glitter. Our first story is about our elf that came, and this was the year that he arrived and the kids named him. So they decided to go with Max. So our elf's name is Max. And I added the little red one with a few sequins in just for some fun. And I really love the way that one turned out. I originally had planned to do some journaling, but really this right here that says welcome Max the elf, it kind of tells the story. It didn't need much. And you will see further in the album that Max appears again. So perfect way to open it up. The second is a little bit of an oops. I didn't plan out my album perfectly, and so the second is a little flip, but because it's on the back side here, you can see it doesn't all go in together, which is fine. It just means you have to kind of flip it. But it's documenting my work party for that year. We went to Vancouver. It was a big Christmas party. So there we all are, all dressed up. Sean and I, our little key cards there, and then, you know, flips open the photo of my dress that I wore that year, and then some of my coworkers and myself, which I love, some Christmas trees, and I love seeing my old phone case. That's really fun. I don't have that phone or that case anymore, but I really did like that phone case. Okay, so that's the second. The third, I just kind of did a multiple page spread with some photos. This particular day, we were coming home from the Christmas party. We spent the night at the Marriott, so we were coming home, and I didn't have a ton to say, but I wanted to get in the fact that I had decorated for Christmas and it really felt like it was here, and this photo kind of summed that up for me. I had a really delicious specialty coffee when we went out for breakfast that morning, which was, I had to highlight, and it was so good. Oh, it was delicious. So I definitely had to get that in there. I did use the word hot cocoa, but I'm pretty sure that that's coffee. And then some Christmas cookies that we bought. I did not bake back then. We're still in a basement suite, and that just was not happening. But love this little bit of a flip there. And then Nora, how she made it on the nice list, and this little cute Christmas tree to kind of go with this cute photo of her, and which then folds into story 4, which is of Nora being sick. She got very sick on the 4th. And I love this little card of, you know, the mama or Papa Bear holding the little baby bear there. I thought that was just so fitting, because then when you flip it, it's exactly what's happening. Sean's cuddling with her there. Just poor little Sicky there. I loved how it just kind of coordinates. I did leave the space to write and tell the story, but again, I didn't exactly get to that part, so all good. I just kind of let it be. It's sometimes the photos are enough. I does flip in, and here's a couple more photos. She was feeling better that evening. So I got a Snapchat. Those are Snapchat filters, right? Of her smiling, and then one of myself with that fun little filter there. And then the 5th turns into talking about the first frost that we had that year. So far it's very much been, this is what's happened on this day, because it's just how it happened to work for the first little bit. I made this really fun, so there's sequins in here, and then I used my fuse tool and added a frame on each side, and I just love that. So the sequins are contained, and it just makes this fun little see-through, which I just love. And then this, I had trouble with this wood veneer and this little 5. The 5 wouldn't stick to the wood veneer. It was a big old mess, but anyways, it's there now. It's fine. And just the little thing that was on my phone for it being so cold. Love it, love it, love it. And then flips over, and a fun shot of the Christmas tree and our stockings. This is just using the Photo Lab app that I use every year that has the painted look to it. And the same idea here. So there's a flare on top of there to just something in this spot. And then the back of it, I added a little Christmas tree there. Obviously something is missing here that I never filled in. I think this is just a random extra photo I had and I included. It's of Jackson with the tree. I think originally I had planned to actually make a layout with this photo. Never got to it and just included it into December Daily instead. The smart thing to do would just add some pattern paper or something. But again, I never got to it. This one, however, we're into day 6 now, I believe. So the journaling, look, I finally have a bit of journaling, is right here. Love that. I added a little red enamel dot, so it was Rudolph. Thought that was pretty cute. And then Jackson got sick that day, so about a day of okayness, and then he got sick. So he got to spend the night by the Christmas tree, and I just love this photo of him there. And then them actually playing with the Christmas tree, helping decorate it. So it's got to get that in every year, right? Them by the tree, decorating it. Nora obviously was too little to actually decorate it, but we had a bunch of ornaments down at the bottom that she could touch, and she loved it. And then when we didn't want her by the tree because we were in a basement suite, we just had a little gate between the couch and our TV stand, so it worked really well. Day 7 is about making gingerbread, decorating little gingerbread cookies with my mom. So again, some journaling there, and then all the photos. And this was something I made that was just a fun little filler to kind of have a little bit of a 2-page spread some sequins and adding the gingerbread and all the candy type things to it, which I love how it turned out. Really cute, fun, playful thing to add to this. And this backing is tissue paper. Then just a filler that just says believe. I believe that this is from Allie Edwards. And then day 8 is a front and back spread about just winter. So sweater weather. I have a coffee there. You can't really see it. I trimmed it too much, but there's that. My Christmas leggings. There's another shot of the coffee. Just all the things that make you feel all comfy and cozy, right? Which flips over, and then again, just how cold it was. So there's Jackson helping to get the ice off of my car. That's how cold it was. There was freezing fog that day, which was crazy. And then just embellishing on top with some chipboard and all the cute little pieces. And then there's my boots with the frost on the ground. Love that. Then day 9 is about the advent calendar that Jackson got to do with Sean. It was just a little one that had a chocolate every day. So they had fun finding the numbers and opening it up and eating the chocolate. It's really a fun time for them. This, I think, this could have been the first year that we did an advent with Jackson. Maybe not. Maybe we did it previous, but I feel like this was kind of the start of it, at least of him being really into it. So again, like I said, Shaker Pocket, I really took advantage of my fuse tool with this particular year. And then on the back of it are just some more cute photos of Nora there with another filter. So really cute and simple. This is, other than the fact I had to get my fuse tool out, it was very easy to make. The 10th is probably my favorite spread in this whole album, if that's possible. It's 3 bags layered on top of each other. This particular bag, I used a stencil and some glitter paste, which I think turned out really cute. And this one, I just added a whole bunch of enamel dots with this one that pulls out with the journaling, talking about the ornaments and why we chose them for that year. So that slides in there, and then you slide these ones out and they're just photos of the actual ornaments that we got. So every time we had someone new in our family included, so when Nora and Barrett came along, we had a family ornament with all of our names and the year on it. So got a new one there that Nora was with us. And then this was Jackson. He was really big into superheroes, so I had to get a superhero one. This one kind of looked like him, so we thought that was really cute. And then Nora's first ornament is this gorgeous carriage to kind of represent her first Christmas, which I just love. I love her first ornament. It's so cute. And then they all just slide right back into there. And the little thing, I did a bit of stitching on this bag, and then some of them are enamel ornaments and some of them are not, and I just stitched, which I think is super cute. Love the 10th. Like I said, probably my favorite spread. The 11th is another photo of the Christmas tree and the stockings and everything, but really it's just some of the artwork that Jackson created at daycare. So there's some ornaments and then the Christmas tree that he made. Really basic. Again, not every day needs to be complicated. You can make them easy, and it's always so much fun to be able to include their artwork, especially when this is like his actual, it's here, right? It's not a photo of it, it's actually there, and you get to touch it and play with it. And I don't know, I really love the texture that their artwork brings into the album, even though it's a little bit larger than the album itself. For the 12th, I did some decorating on top of a frame that I think I put this might have been a pocket to begin with, actually. It might have been a pocket to begin with, and then I decorated it, slid some tissue paper in so that there'd be a bit of a break between the tissue paper and everything else to do with Max, who is our elf. So you can see I've got a few photos. This was his first year visiting, so he was exploring our house and didn't really get into trouble, just kind of wound up in different areas of the house. So there's those photos. And then we have the letter from Santa talking about why Max was here, and his certificate, that we got as well. So I love it. It's all in here. This was his first year with us, and I love to have all of that just kind of perfectly slid in this little pocket there. And then the 13th talks about, I don't think that actually pulls out. No, the 13th talks about Jackson wasn't wanting to actually write a letter to Santa, but he wanted to paint him a picture. So we sat him down next to the Christmas tree, and he was painting Santa a picture versus writing to him, which I thought was really, really cute. And I love, love, love this photo so much. The 14th is something I like to do, this idea. I've done it a couple times, and the idea is it's a doily folded in half, and then you put some cardstock in the middle of it so it's sturdy. And it's just, I like the texture it brings. I like how it's a little small one available to you to use. And I just really love how that turned out. But that's the 14th with a photo of my grandma and Nora, which is so, so precious. I just love that photo. I probably should have some journaling somewhere about this. And again, there's a few spots I should probably go back in and journal. We'll see if I ever get to it, but at least I have the photo. Then we have the 15th, which is just Jackson playing by the tree. This one didn't need me to physically write journaling. I did put it on this little overlay that I put on the photo, which says playing by the tree. This makes my heart happy. That's all it needs. It doesn't need anything else than that. So really love that shot too. Flips over to the 16th. We went to go see the lights in our neighborhood, and we are spoiled, or we were very spoiled. We used to live in walking distance to all these amazing houses that were completely decked out, and it was so, so much fun. So we definitely went to go see all of those, and it was a little chilly, so they were bundled up, but love it. And then we were going for lots of walks when available. And so just a shot of our feet. There's little Nora there, and then Jackson's bike. I think that might be possible that his boot is right over there, but he's standing beside us somewhere. So love that shot too. Different perspectives. I like to get those type of shots. I'm bringing in all these 6x8 photos. A filler, it didn't need much. The 17th I used on a tag. And then this particular ornament is actually from a Christmas card from when I was a little girl. So that was fun to get on there. I've been holding on to it for all this time. Put the 17th on there, which flips over and talks about how I watched A Christmas Story live. And I actually really enjoyed it. So I wrote, "Oh yes, I did watch," with the photo of it, and just let that be. That was day 17. Didn't need much more than that to be talked about. Love it. The 18th, this one, I think there's a photo, but no journaling. I think this is one of the ones, yeah, this photo of the two of them playing. This was one of the days that I think I did afterwards, and I just didn't know what to do, so I just slipped the photo in and let it be. And that's okay. It's okay to have a few of those in your albums. It's okay to not finish your album. You have to just work with as long as you're happy with it, it does not matter. And I'm totally fine with that one. The outside of it's pretty, so let's work with that. I do really love the way the 19th looks, however. It was a fun one to create using a page protector. I included some cut files. Some of them are on the outside, some are on the inside, some are on the back, and we got some snow on that day, so I wanted to get that documented with the photo of Jackson and the shot of the snow there. And then it flips over, there's the shot of both of us and the weather app. It was, yeah, it wasn't a ton. I mean, it was a lot of snow to us, but it wasn't a ton of snow, enough to make it really pretty though. And because this is a clear page protector, I didn't want it to be the next day, the next photo, to overpower this clear protector. So I just added this filler gold foiled 6x8 piece of pattern paper with the 20 for the next day, which is covered up by my photo, so you can't actually see that. And it just makes for a very pretty little spread there, which I love. So 19th is also definitely probably one of my favorites. Okay, so then we go to the 20th, which is a photo of me dressed with this little app. This is the same Photo Lab app, and it just puts this fun little Christmas filter on you, and it looks like kind of like a deer there. And this is them visiting Santa. So there's this little tag that pulls out, all decorated on the front, and then there's the photo for the year. Pretty cute. They're not crying, we'll take it. As long as they're not crying, that's all that really matters, I decided. And it just slips right back in. It's supposed to just slip right back in. Of course I said that, and now it's not going to. There we go. There we go. And then you can see that says Santa, some decorating on it with, again, the 20, so you know that it's still the same day. And I put it on a transparency so it says naughty or nice, which I thought was cute. And then it flips over and you get the photo of Jackson waiting to see Santa, playing with some of the displays in the little waiting line, and Nora having a nap while we waited as well. Okay, we're almost there, guys. So for the 21st, it's just this the Starbucks bag. I really liked the bag that year. It was very pretty, and there's nothing inside. I just really liked the bag, and so that's the opening to 21. It actually might just be 21. Yeah, I might have originally planned to put like a photo of the coffee or something, but hey, it still documents Starbucks, right? So I say it still counts. The 22nd, I love this spread as well. This one was a labor of love. Did some stitching. So really, really love that. Because, and I did it of the reindeer because my son was a reindeer in his junior kindergarten performance. So there he is with Nora not so happy and Sean journaling about how it was. Again, the deer, I tried to keep the antler theme going. And then again, another reindeer with all their names. And then the big photo of Jackson and I. And then I stitched 22 on the photo, so it linked back to the opening deer that I stitched. I love it. I think it's so cute. Love the photo. Love having this little insert too, which fit perfectly and wrapped up day 22. I think that was his last day before his preschool ended before the break as well. The 23rd. So again, this is one where I think I did after Christmas. I was done, but I documented our gingerbread house for that year. This one actually turned out really well, which makes me think I think Sean and I did most of it because that one turned out well. And normally they're not quite as organized. Anyway, so I have a nice big photo for that, but you can see I just kind of stuck down this 23 on the back of this. I don't know, it's just kind of, it's fine, it totally works, and it's not probably what I would do now, but you can tell, like I said, this is probably something I did towards the end to wrap up this album. I love this, however. It's a cut file that I backed and using a bunch of really pretty pattern papers. And it's so pretty for the 24th, which I highlighted right there. And the 24th, obviously, is Christmas Eve. So we went and had Sean's mom's side of the family. So that's Sean's grandpa and grandma. And then there's Jackson and Nora and our little nephew, Rolly. So the grandkids on that side. Really, really fun. We are missing a whole bunch. One of his brothers wasn't at this one. So it's just... There's just 3 little grandkids there. There's a lot more, but I love it. I love that photo. So cute. And then there's the grandpa with the 2 little ones. Nora was born in March and Rolly was born in June. So they're very close in age. I then did the All Is Calm the night before Christmas of them sleeping. So there's baby Nora sleeping in her crib there. So cute. So cute. And then there's Jackson asleep with his fox. And I did the same All Is Calm idea there. I loved having them in black and white so it didn't take away from too much because there's a lot of color going on in this photo. And I think her bedspread is quite colorful as well. So leaving it black and white was perfect. Got my painted effect Christmas tree with the stockings were hung. Kind of wraps up the whole 24 idea. And this one also doesn't have anything on the back, so I don't know if originally that photo I shared with you earlier and this one were supposed to go together and they didn't, what happened. But again, I could simply just add some pattern paper and it would probably look a little bit nicer, but it's okay. It is okay to have these little things in it, totally fine. For Christmas Day, I did the same idea. I loved this fa-la-la transparency, so I added the word Merry Christmas on it and then just backed it with some pattern paper so that you don't see into the next one, because I don't think I have a full 6x8 there, and I just wanted something to kind of break up the busyness you would see behind it. One of the reasons why my album is so thick is because, like, this chipboard, I didn't peel this chipboard back like I would now, creating in 2021. And so it's the full chipboard, which put a lot of thickness into my album. And I learned that, doing 2017, I learned right away to not do that. Okay, here we go. Oh, I did have a full photo. Maybe I just decided I didn't like the way it looked though. So there's the full photo of Christmas. And again, we're just in a little basement suite. So we have a tiny little Christmas tree and some presents. The rest of their presents are on the couch, but I love this. It's so cute. With a little banner. And then for this particular year, I document Christmas in December Daily a little bit differently every year. I have fun kind of doing that. This particular year, I did a different bag. So a bag for Sean and I, a bag for Jackson, and a bag for Nora. So I have Sean and mine. I have a photo of Sean here. And my Christmas present I received, which says, "I love you, Mom." I love that little mug. I still have it. So that's in there. And then the back of it is just some fillers on there. And then you flip it over and there's the photo of us with this fa-la-la. Again, the chipboard hasn't been peeled back, so it's quite thick. And then Jackson's, I did a little bit of embellishing. I did a tiny bit of embellishing on each one, but inside of his, the tag I hand stitched. That was a lot of work, but so much fun. And then it included two little 2x2 photos. So there's one of him with my mom and then one of him with one of the gifts he received. And then the back of it is just, again, a filler. And then his big present for the year was this Batman Genetics Imaginix gift. So, and he still has that, which is kind of neat to see. So there's Jackson's in the same kind of blue theme going on there. And then Nora's is exactly the same, it's just pink. So a pink bag with this cute little chipboard Christmas tree and her name. And then some pink and purple. This super cute photo of my dad and her. I love that. There's her with some of her gifts. You can see their Christmas jammies in this one as well. And then her present, she got Belle doll and she really loved it. She saw it and gave it a kiss. It was really cute. And then the back is, again, just a little filler there. So kind of cover up the stitching of the back of the stitching. And then this one flips over and I wrapped up Christmas with just some photos. So there's the one of Jackson, the one of Nora, the one of myself. You saw the one in Sean in the bag. And so I wrap it up with a photo of you know, the three most important people in my family in 2017. So there's Sean, Jackson, and Nora with their little Christmas jammies there. So I love it. This was a really fun album to create. I love them more and more every year. But this one is kind of that very first in an Allie Edwards album and, you know, feeling legit, if that makes sense. Very thick though. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys all tomorrow with 2018. Please let me know if you have any questions and I'll see you all again soon. Bye everyone.